This week, it's the Oilers and the Steelers on Monday Night Primetime.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Oilers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that we're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. On the draw, it's Harris. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. On second down, here's the option. He pitches it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll try to run the option here. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And he'll decide to keep this once more. A pitch back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll keep it himself. He'll pitch it back. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's the option. He pitches it out. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. He's going to try and take off with it. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And Andrews lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, come on.
Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Steelers.
There's a quick throw to Freiermuth. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And this is incomplete.
You still hold your breath, and when there's a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket, you're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Tua to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Sly able to put this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Back at the 35-yard line.
He's going to keep this again. He gives it up. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. He'll pitch it. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. He's going to try and do this himself. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Holding, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fat. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Now he'll try to run with this. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And they run the option on second down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sly able to put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to use his legs here. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 102 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And he'll decide to keep this once more. Now they'll pitch it out here. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, good for 22 and a first down. And they'll try to run the option here. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll keep it himself. They'll run on 1st down. Huff. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team. That they can.
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's through. That pushes their lead now to 5. It's 13-8. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, I can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 5. Here's the option. They'll keep it on the ground. Huff, a beautiful fake. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, 203 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. He's going to try and take off with it. On 1st down, Huff. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Oilers have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Here's 3rd and goal now from the 9. On 4th and goal, here's the option. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Andrews. Flushed out, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And a little floater there is incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him And, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
They'll start with the option.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to keep this again.
Now they'll pitch it out here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
240 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And Andrews lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this will.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
Now he's into the clear. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
He's going to try and do this himself.
They'll run on 1st down. Huff. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Now he'll try to run with this.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's going to use his legs here.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They go option right on 2nd and goal. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. On 3rd down, Huff. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Oilers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9.
this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue. That's
into a crowd and intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. To throw is Andrews on 1st and 10. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Andrews now on 1st down. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Andrews. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
65 cat.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Roddy Hickman with a pick inside the 20.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Darnell Mooney
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Houston.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll pitch it out here.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Back to throw. Andrews. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He'll keep it himself.
On 1st down, Huff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's the option.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huff. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Oilers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. And up 2 scores late, no clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 49 yards.
And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense taking over again.
This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Andrews throwing on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Oilers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Looking to throw. Andrews. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Steelers 37.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd.
He's going to keep this again. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Now Andrews throwing on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On 2nd down, Tua. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Well, we won't say the comeback is complete just yet, but boy, they have come roaring back to take this fourth-quarter lead.
And I like the way that you put that because it's not complete just yet, but just think about the other side, where they are right now, because they've got to be saying, how did we let this one get away? We were in complete control, well on our way to victory, and now all of a sudden, we're losing. How did that happen?
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try to make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Shifts by him. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down. And this is taken in at the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. There we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And running with power here. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Tua. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 1, 37 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last